Hey everybody, my name is Josh with Late Start Piano. Just making this video to go over what do you do for a practice routine. So obviously this can change drastically based on your goals, based on how much time you have. But I'll just give a couple examples here just to kind of go over a couple different more common scenarios. So if you only have 30 minutes a day and you are taking piano to that next level, you're trying to get serious with piano, you only have 30 minutes a day. What I would suggest is you do 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes of technique. So that could be working on your scales. It could be working on chords, different versions of chords. It can be some kind of coordination technique where you're kind of using both hands together. It can be a lot of different things, but those are the most common. You can use hand-in techniques as well, just to kind of get the coordination down, the finger strength down as well. So hand-in techniques, scales, chords, inversions are all good things to work on for the technique. Again, that would be 5 to 10 minutes. Rest of the time, really, you're going to be working on your pieces. So if you're working out of a method book, you can go through the songs in that. If you're kind of just working on your own, you can work on whatever song that you're working on at the time. So I'll just be 10 and 20, simple enough. If you have an hour, that's where you can add a little bit more. So I would say you can still do maybe 10 to 20 minutes of technique. You can also do 10 minutes of sight reading. So I use a website called Sight Reading Factory. It's AI generated, but it gives you a brand new piece of music to sight read from. If you're not familiar with sight reading, that is just looking at a piece of music for the first time, sheet music, and just immediately jumping in and playing. You're not looking at it first, you're not practicing with it first. You're just opening up the book and you're playing immediately. And that's useful for a lot of reasons, but sight reading is important for playing piano. It's also good if you can get really good at sight reading and you also have the technique aspect down. Now you can basically look at any piece of music and play it immediately. So obviously you still have to practice somewhat depending on the level of the music, but it's going to be a lot easier if you're really good at sight reading and you get the technique down. So 10 to 20 minutes of the technique stuff, so scales, chords, same thing there. Arpeggios you can do as well if you're a bit more advanced, so just breaking up the chords. And then you can do 10 minutes of the sight reading. So that's your first 30 minutes. Next 30 minutes would be go towards your piece that you're currently working on. So that's one way you can do it. You can also do maybe 5 minutes of sight reading, 5 minutes of technique, and then immediately jump into the piece. So you have 50 minutes left. You could split that up if you're working on two pieces, 25 minutes each. Or if it's a more difficult piece, you can give the full 50 minutes to the one piece. So just a couple different options for you, but if you don't have a lot of time, you want to make the use of the time that you do have. So those are the two different options. If you do that, you can't go wrong. So again, happy practicing. My name is Josh with Late Start Piano.